Victoria is on the verge of the nation's toughest lockdown yet after the state recorded almost 400 new cases. An announcement on stage 4 restrictions, the highest since the crisis hit Australia, is expected tomorrow and will come into effect early on Wednesday morning. Officials say dozens of new infections can't be traced, prompting fears the virus is running rampant through the community.
Sending in the reinforcements. As dozens of soldiers stroll the streets of Melbourne, 2,000 more ventilators are under construction for the state's hospitals. Relief for stretched frontline workers, but an ominous sign of a growing workload and growing human toll.
It is much bigger than it's ever been. It grows by the day in different ways, but it's a massive challenge.
397 new cases were recorded in Victoria, 3 more lives lost. There are now more than 1,000 cases linked to aged care facilities.
Last week, you couldn't have even talked to me because I just burst into tears. This week, I think I've just sort of given up.
Cheryl McQueen has a bin in her room for used protective equipment. She worries it may be inviting the virus in.
The COVID people are here. They're not in hospital, they're here.
Vicky is a nurse who caught COVID at Estia Health east of Melbourne.
I got it because it was such a schmozzle and such a mess. No time, not the right equipment, wasn't being distributed properly.
This front page photo, the first time the Manzides family have seen their grandmother Maria in a month.
When you get volume is a real challenge.
Tracking crews continue to work through a backload of hundreds of positive cases, dozens with no known point of origin.
If there's that many that you don't know how they got it, you can't be certain that there isn't even further community transmission, even more mystery cases out there. That is, in some respects, our biggest challenge.
The Premier now preparing for further restrictions.
This is not about human rights, this is about human life.
The so-called Stage 4 restrictions would likely include all non-essential businesses, including restaurants and cafes closed, public transport would be limited, and people instructed to stay at home. Cedar Meats, the abattoir linked to more than 100 cases in May, isolating staff once again. A reminder of the dark days of the past and even darker days ahead.